Okay, alrighty. Gonna do at least 2 today. Might do 3, depending. But got another few of these. This is Punky Peck. He is a natural animalistic brawler. He's a burb. Haven't had too many burbs since I think Pashu was the last burb we got. So, alrighty, and here we go.
Well, let's check it out.
talking to? The devil himself. Wow, seriously? No, actually, we'll be talking to himself. you. Alrighty. I think we're gonna. Oh, we do have a guest already. Wow, you picked up after like one ring.
Yeah, because I'm so ready for this.
To rule them all. Hi, welcome.
Hey, what up, man?
I'm drawing an angle.
An angle?
An angle or a devil.
Oh my god, is it an acute angle?
He's not very cute. He's very handsome.
Ah, I see.
I'm illustrating him to be kind of a dick from the way that I'm drawing him here.
I can tell. Yeah, no, what up, man?
Just doing this.
Yep, same.
Well, hey, real quick, I need to use the facilities. Everybody should know who you are by now, considering the last two updates.
It's okay.
I've made
I
on the
will.
Kickstarter, but please educate everybody in the chat as to who you are, real quick. I'll be right back.
Okay, hi everybody. I do background work for Chris's stuff, basically. I worked on Tome. I did backgrounds. My name's Jordan. I go by Helios online. What up? Can't unfortunately talk about anything that I am working on because it's all super secret. But how y'all doing today?
Tell them about mystery skulls.
No, I already do that every time. I don't want to keep plugging my stuff.
I'm just saying, there might be people that don't know you from last time that are new.
Okay, fine. I'll do it when you get back.
Do it now.
No, do it when you get back.
I don't make it silent for fucking 60 seconds.
I'm not gonna make it silent, okay? I'm reading chat. He's silly. He's one of my best friends, though. I really, really love being friends with Chris.
I was trying to fill the dead air because typically, if I'm quiet for more than like 5 seconds, then people are like, "Oh, did he die? I'm gonna leave."
No,
now.
you're breathing. You're alive.
Good.
You'll be okay. Don't worry about it.
Okay, now that I'm here.
I was talking. Shut up.
Okay.
Do I play Ace Attorney games? Oh boy, I have not played Ace Attorney games since Apollo Justice. No, that's not true. What was the one with Athena in it?
That was the 5th one, I believe.
Yeah, I think that was the very last one that I played. I love those games. I wish they should make more.
Yeah. Well, they have been. They certainly have been.
Oh, then I missed that train.
Well, they made a 6th one, which was Spirit of Justice.
Oh,
That one was, I think, about a year ago or so.
Oh, Dual Destiny. Yeah, that's the one I was thinking of. Dual Destinies, one of the two. My last absolute favorite one, though, is the one with Apollo Justice. That I fucking love that game.
I've never played Apollo Justice.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna spoil anything for that game. Hell no.
I know a lot of stuff about it already. I know about, I know Phoenix's role in it and all that.
Oh, I meant mostly for chat as well. If anyone hasn't played it, you should play it. It's super good.
It's probably on the eShop or some shit, so go
get
it.
Go fucking get it. And if you want to experience joy and happiness, go play that game.
Yeah. Actually, speaking of which, I was just happy to find out, I think semi-recently, that the anime is going to be adapting the 3rd game soon.
Oh, shit.
Which I'm very happy about because the 3rd one is my favorite of the original trilogy.
You know what? You would think Apollo is my favorite character, chat, but, well, actually, you know what? You'd probably be right now that I think about it. That's a really hard call because all the characters in those games... Oh, there's so many good characters. No, it's probably... Well, there was also, I think his name was Gavin, the guitar guy.
Oh, he's from the 4th one, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god, he has one of the best theme songs in the whole game. So good.
I think Yuri Lowenthal plays either him or his brother, I think.
Okay, yeah. I was Clavier. I don't remember their full names. Oh my god.
But yeah, no, I know of them. They're really pretty guys. Yeah, I've seen them before.
Yeah. No, and then the brother's also one of my favorites for other reasons. uh, Dahlia from the previous games was also a really good villain. Oh my god, I love her. That was one of my favorite cases.
I'm an idiot. Wow. No, I just did the fucking wrong thing for this character that I said I was going to do because I'm an idiot, apparently. So that's good. Now I'm gonna do something else. So whoopsie. I'll just go ahead and do a different fucking idea. I listed it. So actually, here's a little behind the scenes process, guys. So typically, what I do, or what I've already done, I should say, is oh, my mic is low. Apparently, oh, for fuck's sake, hold on.
Oh, what is my?
All right, how about is this better, guys? Hopefully, I was gonna say real quick. What I do typically is once I got all the information for all of the $350, $200, and $500 characters, I jotted down the notes of what all their attacks are going to be and everything. And I know, I'm sorry, I'm probably loud, but fuck it, whatever. I wrote down what all the attack names are going to be. So, like, for instance, for this character, Icariot, who's a natural humanoid weaponry, I wrote down his regular attack is Wing Whap, which he strikes you 2 times with his mechanical wing things. And then Windy Wingspan, where he tosses his wings like boomerangs and they hit your entire party. And then I wrote Angelic Assault. He rises above the sky and comes crashing down to kick an opponent. And apparently I'm an idiot, and in my haste, when I laid out his rough animations, I did this one where he's like casting something because I thought, for some reason, I just didn't read the entire rest of the sentence and I misread comes crashing down as he rises above the sky and a comet comes crashing down to hit an opponent. So I just gave him an attack where he summons a fucking meteor. Whoops.
Oh my god.
So now I'm going to draw a mechanical meteor and that'll be what the attack is because whoopsie.
Whoopsie doopsie.
Oh well. Hopefully the creator won't mind.
It's like, well, I didn't expect that, but that's pretty neat.
I hope that's the response I get. Anyway, so somebody was asking what's your favorite RPG?
Oh, Jesus Christ. That's a hard one because that's not, like, if I usually play, certain games have a lot of, like, crossover genres that I play, so I don't just strictly play, like, oh, this, well, if we're talking JRPGs, though, frickin', let me make sure, before I say this, I need to double check. Is it this?
Oh, so you got the name of the fucking long-ass title correct?
You're gonna know which one this is, I just want to make sure. Yeah, if we're talking mixed genre RPG-esque, Xenoblade Chronicles.
Oh, yeah. The original one.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we've talked about that game before, because I remember a while ago you asked me some questions about that for a video.
Yeah.
I love that game. That game is like 10 out of 10, one of the greats.
Yeah, I've heard it's awesome. I would like to give it a shot at some point. I've seen a couple cutscenes. I do know a couple of spoilers about things. I know the twist about Metal Face.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just because
that one's not super hard to guess once a certain thing comes into play. So.
Yeah, well, and also hearing his voice.
That's what I meant.
Yeah. But yeah, it seems cool. The world is pretty interesting and shit. So. Mhm.
Oh yeah. Though, like I said, when I ever get the chance of when I am not busy, which is not anytime soon, the first game on my list, because I think I've told you before, I've forbade myself from playing any video games until my 2 project things are done. Mm-hmm. Period. I will not play any major video games until these are done because I want to be a responsible adult. It's either going to be Mario Odyssey or it's going to be Persona 5 that I play first. Mm-hmm. So, and because I really, really want to play those games so badly, and I've specifically got a special edition Switch to do it. So, just sitting there, haven't touched it.
I would do. I might have said this already. I would do Mario Odyssey first.
Yeah, it's such a toss-up because it's like I have never played a Persona game before, so this is not only a new experience on that front, but then at the same time, it's just like the art direction is like godlike in that game.
Yeah.
So it's like I want to also study it, but also I want to have fun in both. And I know Persona games apparently are very long games, so
Yeah. Yeah, it's like several hours.
yeah. So I definitely want to give that the time of day. So maybe Mario would probably be good to go first. God, people got me thinking about Phoenix Wright. You know what a game sequel that I would die for? Has anybody in the chat ever played Ghost Trick?
Also heard it's very good.
Oh my God, Ghost Trick is. You want one hell of a story? You play that game. You want a really cool set of gameplay mechanics? You play that game. That game is dope, and that game was so underrated.
You want to still be friends with me? Play that game.
That's an old game. Like I don't think there's probably people that have never played it before. They should though, because that isn't. You want to talk about an underrated gem of a game? That game did not get the time of day it deserved. It is so good.
Excuse me. Well, people definitely know what it is.
Yeah, like it's okay. Like I said, you want interesting gameplay mechanics, you play it. You want amazing characters and story, you play it. You want one of the best twists in games I've ever played, you play that game. You want one of the best soundtracks in a game, you play that game.
Yeah, I think people are definitely aware of it, like purely because of just the art style of it and everything. I've definitely seen like the characters around, the guy with the cool, the ghost guy with the cool hair and all that shit.
Yeah, and if you are interested in playing that game, for the love of God, do not look it up on Google. Just buy it, because you will be spoiled immediately.
Yeah. Well, how many years old is it by now?
Oh, baby. Let's see. Ghost Trick. Yeah, by the way, this is also a DS game, so it came out in 2010.
Wow.
Yeah, 8 years. I've been waiting 8 years for a sequel to this damn game. What up, Capcom? You gonna do it?
What up, Capcom? You gonna do it? No, probably not.
Well, this is like the year of game revivals, or last 2 years of game revivals. I'm waiting.
Yeah.
Like, freaking Shenmue 1 and 2's coming to PS4, and I'm gonna play those for the first time because somebody got me interested about those games. Apparently, those games are legendary. So.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got a lot of friends who are big fans of that one.
Yeah, God, please play Ghost Trick. I beg of you. If even one person in this chat ends up playing this game, it'll
be mission accomplished.
Exactly. It's incredible. It is just, I have never played a game like it since. It's so cool. Just the mechanics are really, really cool. There's no other game like it.
Hey, Jordan, can I ask something?
What up?
I'm sure I probably know the answer. But just remind me, because I'm sure that this was probably like years ago by this point. Did I ever talk to you about my Lord and Savior Wakfu?
You have mentioned Wakfu before, but I don't know if we ever went in depth.
So I am my bitterness about the Kickstarter has subsided all this time later because season 3 just went up on Netflix about a week and some change ago, and I have been watching it recently. Number one, first of all, I picked up where I left off years ago. What happened was, a little quick story. I gave up on I stopped watching the show because it was difficult to, full disclosure, it was only available via fan subs at the time because there was no legal release for the show at all. Because they were trying to get it like on I think they were trying to get it on TV. There were a bunch of different test stubs that they did in different places, and it didn't happen. So I kind of stopped following, and I never finished season 2. And then the Kickstarter happened, and I raised quite a bit of money to donate to it because I really wanted to lend my support to it. And it was specifically, in particular, for raising money to do an English dub of the entire show. And so they did, and they did the Kickstarter trailer here with Ben Diskin and another friend of mine, Cassandra Morris, and it sounded great. And I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. I want this to happen. And so they raised the money, and then they ultimately ended up doing the dub in Europe. and it was not good. I have no bones about saying that at all. The dub was really, really bad. And my intention was to go back and rewatch the entire show all over again from the beginning, because it had been a long time. And I think I made it about 3 or 4 episodes in, and I'm like, I can't watch the dub. This is so bad. And it was obnoxious. And then, so finally, years later, the 3rd season, which is all new stuff, just came out on Netflix.
Oh, wow.
And several years later. And they decided, I guess probably to, if I can only imagine, listen to the majority of what people thought of it. And they decided to move the dub production to a studio out here. And it has a bunch of my friends in it.
Hey!
And it's a great cast, and it's fantastic. And so what I did to prepare for it was I picked up where I left off like years and years and years and years ago, and I finished up the rest of season 2. And then I just started. Then I watched the OVAs that were taking place in between seasons 2 and 3, which came out like a few years ago, I think, after the Kickstarter. And then I started watching season 3 over the past couple days, and my love boner for this show has gone straight through the roof yet again all this time later. I personally think that you would adore the fuck out of this show.
Well, did I tell you, I did also contribute to that Kickstarter.
Oh, did you also?
Well, here's, you want to talk about things getting delayed? I have the whole DVD box set. I have not watched it since I got it.
Yep. Yeah, I've had all those rewards too. Yeah, I have everything.
Yeah, I have the 5, 6, or 7 discs or whatever that's in the box set. It's a really nice box set. I've got the soundtrack disc and everything.
Yeah,
I was like, I'll watch that.
Yeah.
Doesn't watch it.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
I just don't have. I didn't have time, and then I, of course, now really don't have time. But I really want to, because I have a guilt complex where it's just like I need to get my shit done because people are relying on me to get stuff done, and I want to do it. So it's like I need to get my work done because I promised I would get my work done, and it needs to get done. So it's like no entertainment until I get my shit done. That's fine. That's a self-imposed thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I want. Actually, I was gonna ask, did they do the thing where they actually, if you want to watch it in its original language, does it have subs?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah, the French language version is on Netflix, and I believe that DVD set that you have also has the French version with English subtitles on it as well.
Perfect. I can watch it with the full experience.
Yeah, and also because here's the thing too is this is not a show that I would even recommend you have like on the background or whatever for multiple reasons. For one thing, it moves super quick. And actually as I'm realizing, because Amy's been kind of in the background watching some episodes with me here and there too, and she's like, God damn, French is a fast language, and I'm like, yes it is. So it is very quick. There are also a lot of there's a lot of lore to it because it's based on a video game. It's based on that like the tactics game of the same name.
Dofu?
Well, Dofus was first. And then Wakfu is a sequel to it, and then they made the animated series based on Wakfu specifically.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. So and it's pretty easy to follow, but it's definitely like you should be paying attention, And then the biggest thing when it comes specifically to you, because I say like possibly at the risk of offending others, but it's because I genuinely feel this way. It is the most masterfully animated series done in Flash with puppeted style animation.
Well, yeah, even their backgrounds. Like again, I follow about 2 people on different sites, either ArtStation or even one person on DeviantArt and ArtStation that actually does backgrounds for that. And like their process for doing backgrounds is so ridiculously clean. Because it's just like the years we've worked in Flash. Flash is a very temperamental program. And Flash does not like it when you start getting up in the point count. So, or the vector points. So the more vector points you have, the more it's likely to crash. the way they set up their backgrounds in that show, because I've seen at least 1 or 2 of their wireframes for their backgrounds in Flash, it's clean. They're just masters at gradients and blur effects.
Yeah. No, it's gorgeous to look at. It's such a good fucking series. Like literally, it had been so long, and just immediately, even from picking back up on those season 2 episodes, I like fell right the fuck back in love with all these characters again. And then season 3 is like the fucking darkest it's ever been, and like there's all this crazy shit happening, and it's so good. I'm probably gonna do a Curb log about it in May once Anime April's over. So if anybody out there wants to look forward to that, but I will say again, please do yourself a fucking favor. If you've got Netflix, watch this show. It is absolutely incredible.
Yeah, I feel bad because I'm like, I have this whole DVD box for, I don't know how, like 2 years now.
Yeah.
And I haven't touched it at all. And I'm like, oh, I'll get around to that.
Well, neither have I, but even then, like, when it finally came time, I just said, fuck it, and I'll just watch it on Netflix. It's just
that's the problem with, like, I don't want to put on a series to work to if it's a brand new series, because then I'm going to want to watch it.
Yeah. and you will, trust me, you will want to watch this show.
Oh, yeah. I want to see how they handle their puppets and whatnot, too, or their animation in there. I mean, not puppets, animation, yeah.
Yeah. No, and the puppets, too, yeah. I mean,
they do a combo of, like, puppet animation and traditional, so...
It's so good. It's such a fucking good series. Yeah, so I've been watching that here and there between work and everything, and etc. So for those of you guys, by the way, who may have and shame on you if so, if you've missed the updates that I've been placing on the Kickstarter page, where I've been talking about the background design process. Jordan has been working on some areas from the second chapter of the game. We have all of the chapter 1 levels designed and constructed, actually.
Yep.
Excuse me. So they're coming along very well. And we're moving on to chapter 2 stuff, and I've been dividing up the work a little bit between a few different people. I recently had our buddy Fully, Terrence Lipinski, who has also already been doing background work on some other stuff in the game, but now he is also going to be doing level design stuff as well. So we have him on board.
We could use the help.
Yeah. And I may possibly be bringing one other person on board as well, depending on the availability of everybody moving forward. But
yeah, that's just kind of how background freelance goes. It's just like we're kind of all over the place.
Yeah. Jordan, do you want to show me? They won't be able to see it, but do you want to show me what you've got on your end with the secret thing, or do you want to wait until I'm finished with this character, because I'm almost done?
Which are you talking about, the whole file, or?
Just like I don't know if you wanted to screen share. But we can wait till I'm done. I just gotta finish this guy's...
yeah, no, for some reason, like, my screen share's been screwing up lately, so I'm not sure if it's gonna actually work. So I might just have to end up giving you the whole file regardless later. Okay,
we can figure it out. How close to done are you on this one?
I've got 2 buildings left, and I have 2 buildings, and I'm working on the statue right now. Okay. Because they're the most complicated pieces. The stairs are basically done. I need to talk about that one of the other tiles again, because I think I got confused on it. But other than that, the rest of these are pretty good.
You can just say what it is.
Are you sure?
Well, type it.
Oh yeah, it's the because I'm not sure how to go about in terms of doing a tile for the. I think it's.
God damn it! I knew I was fucking forgetting something. Oh yeah, just it can just be like the way that it is in there, but
I might have to ask you for a reference for that later in terms of like, because I know how the building blocks work, but I don't think I've ever done a tile like that, so I'm not sure.
For that one, what I would do is just make a pattern and that will definitely repeat.
Okay.
Because if I'm remembering right, I think it's not what's it called? It doesn't have that little extra bit at the bottom. I think it's just it's if I'm remembering correctly, I think it's just purely the square shape or whatever.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I think that it shouldn't like, and it can be translucent as well.
Okay. Yeah, we'll have to talk about that.
Okay.
Yeah, because I want to make sure I do this right.
Okay. No problem. No problem. I'm just doing Icariots overworld sprites, and then I'll be all done with them, and then I'll probably call it a day for today because I want to help you on your stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it'll just be a couple questions for the most part. I'm just, honestly, there's not much change other than I'm working and it'll be done soon.
Okay.
That's about it. Yeah. It's really just the buildings, though, because of what they are.
Yeah.
That just take, and, you know, considering the other one I showed you,
yeah.
it's taking a bit.
Yeah. Well, we can say this much. Jordan is currently working on the hub town for the area in the second chapter of the game.
Yeah, there's some pretty cool. It's probably one of my favorite locations. It just takes a while because it's a little more geometric, I guess.
Yeah. Well, if you guys couldn't tell from the stuff that was shown in the updates, you know, the first area that you're going to is Adonis Woods, which is the kind of, you know, lots of green areas. The little previews that I showed from all the different artists and everything are all levels from that particular region. So you know, there's a lot of that, and then I won't say what the next region is going to be, but the chapter 2 area is what all the artists are currently working on different environments for at the moment.
Hell yeah.
It's looking good.
Yeah, just takes a bit, but it's definitely gonna be worth it. I hope you guys like running around on my graphics.
Yes. Certainly will look a lot better than the shitty test graphics that I did for the
Oh my
demo.
god, I'm gonna slap you if you say that again. It worked for what you needed to do.
Yeah. Let's see.
Do I prefer designing? Okay, so I'm actually pretty good at both, but in terms of what I can do better, faster, is probably more natural-esque environments, because it's easier to just make organic shapes, whereas, like, something a little more man-made takes a little bit more thought in regard to shapes. Oh shit. Yeah, I like doing landscapey-esque things, but at the same time, it really depends on it, because like I like landscapes, but sometimes I also don't like making trees.
Yeah.
Because again, it's a more solid shape. Its trees have very specific texture, shit like that.
Yeah. Well, also I've not given you any trees thus far. Mostly I've given you
surprisingly
mushrooms.
No.
No, I've given you mushrooms that are the size of trees.
Yeah, pretty much. It's a nice compromise. No, those are actually pretty fun to design. But yeah, no, it's one of those things where it's just like I do have preferences for stuff that I like to do, but I can do a lot of things, especially of all the projects I've worked on. I've gotten more culminated experience in Flash and vector graphics since my time out of college. Because I didn't actually go to college. Spoiler, I didn't actually go to college for animation or anything to work in the animation pipeline. I actually have a video game design degree, and I ended up not wanting it. So
life is funny. Life is funny like that.
Yeah. So not that you should absolutely follow that, but if you do end up going to college, if anyone hasn't gone to college here yet, if you end up not liking your degree, just know that that's not the end of the world.
Yeah. Well, most places that are going to hire you don't give a shit about your degree anyway. So.
Yeah, unless it's something very specific that pertains to your degree, as long as you've got the paper to be like, hey, I have a college education, that's already a heads up above a bunch of other people who just have high school diplomas. So don't worry too much about it. I mean, yes, obviously you should go into the major that you think you want. However, if you end up not liking it, don't worry. You can still get ahead.
Yep. So follow your dreams, and even if they don't lead you to where you think you're going to go, it's okay.
Yep, don't worry about it until you have to worry about it. No, I'm just kidding. No, it's an interesting thing because like they don't tell you that kind of stuff in college. There's a lot of stuff that I feel like they should tell you or at least encourage, and they don't. But
yeah, well, you know,
it is whatever.
Yeah, I mean I could go on and on about that, but
for making your own content. See, that's the thing though. It's just like I wouldn't be a really good person to ask about game design advice. I took a bunch of game design courses, and I know a good amount about that stuff, but I really didn't like it very much because it wasn't something that. Let me put it this way: I don't like Maya. I admire people who use programs like Maya or Blender or anything like that.
Would you say that you admire them?
I'm gonna pinch you.
That's good. That's good. Carry on.
No, well, and there was other thing as well. It's just like I never really got into like coding either. Well, I got to it in a bit. Then some stuff happened. Then I realized I hated it as well.
Hey, me too. Yeah, me too.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's just like, oh my god, I don't want to do this, but I admire the hell out of people who absolutely love doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah, ZBrush as well. ZBrush is great too. It's like that was probably the only program that came close to me liking some form of 3D because it felt like you were painting in 3D. I mean, it's got its own rules, of course, in terms of like, okay, you need to think about geometry and faces and all that stuff and vectors and whatever. I can't remember everything. I haven't been in college in like 5 years,
yeah.
so if I'm getting any terminology wrong, please don't hate me. But yeah, no, Maya, I didn't really like Maya that much because it was so, oh shit, sorry, it was so, my brain cannot handle that because like the kind of stuff that I do is concept work, stuff like that.
Yeah, no, I remember taking one good look at the interface for Maya when I was in college, and I was like, nope, and I just shit myself, and I was like, yeah, I'm not doing 3D.
Well, see that's the thing that intimidates me about Toon Boom though, because okay, so there's obviously huge differences between Toon Boom Harmony and Flash. By the way, anyone who doesn't know, Toon Boom is basically one of the major animation standard programs currently, if you want to go into animation. So what Toon Boom and Flash have a huge difference is one is user friendly, the other one is not.
Yeah.
Flash is extremely easy to jump into, but it does have some limits. Whereas Toon Boom is harder to get into and needs probably a lot more practice and tutorials, but it can do a lot more shit that Flash cannot do.
Yeah.
However, I mean, this thing I still prefer Flash at the moment because just like I don't like complicated interfaces. I want to eventually learn Toon Boom because just to have that experience, and also the thing is with Toon Boom also it uses I think like node modules, which is actually very similar to programs.
Oh, you're drifting far away. I can barely hear you.
Hello.
Oh, now you're back. You're good. Okay.
Okay, I knocked my microphone.
Oh,
away.
You silly.
I did it on purpose.
Oh, I did it on purpose.
Anyway, yeah. So, oh yeah. If anyone's Maya's a 3D program. If anyone's wondering what the hell I'm talking about, I forget I'm getting into like different art programs, and I'm just like, oh, maybe some people might not know what the hell that is.
Yeah, Toon Boom is the industry standard 2D animation tool, and like in more recent years, it's become that. And then Maya is, I don't want to say it is the industry standard because I think actually a lot of places kind of have their own like proprietary stuff. Like Pixar, I think, has their own like programs like specifically for their shit.
I think Maya's like the general standard. However, if you're talking about branching off, I mean, there's tons of other 3D programs, but in terms like, it's one of the most compatible things with stuff like Unity and like certain like standard engines like Unreal, Unity, shit like that. At least it was when I was in college. If that's changed, I have no idea.
Yeah.
Because I don't pay attention to that stuff anymore. Because yeah, my main focus is I'm basically a Flash expert at this point, and it's just like I know this program like the back of my hand.
Yeah.
I know basically everything they can do.
Yeah, I've been using Flash now, I think, for close to 15 years now, believe it or not, because I think I started first in what was it, summer 2004, I think, was when I first went to my local computer learning center that was like down the road from where I lived, and I learned all the basic shit from there, and then picked up some tricks from other people that I knew from Newgrounds and things, and you know, the rest was just figuring it out as I went along.
Oh, awesome! I got canceled for work tomorrow. Hooray!
Yay! And on that super happy note, all right, I am all finished with Icarites. It's our second guy for today. Cool. All right, so we got two naturals, two winged people. And all right, cool. Likely I'll be back tomorrow. Just kind of playing it by ear lately, but things are moving along again, you know. So.
Do you mind if I pop on again tomorrow, actually? Because I kind of want to just keep going. If not, that's
sure.
Totally
Yeah,
fine.
yeah, of course.
Yeah, because I kind of just it's easier to just keep going when I have somebody to talk to for motivation.
And I'm happy to have a chat master as well. So.
Yeah, I don't know what it is about today, but like 5 different people I know are streaming at the same time.
Yeah, I never know if I'm conflicting with like other friends of mine. Like I know Shady streams a lot these days, and
well, he's streaming right now actually.
Oh, okay, yeah, I'm not surprised. Yeah, you know, funnily enough, I was just listening yesterday to the episode 12 commentary that we did a long time ago.
Oh, Jesus Christ, that was a while.
Yeah, just because I don't know, something was reminding me of it, and I was like, oh, it was fun and talking about that.
I feel bad because oh, I'm sorry, I cut you off.
No, just if any of you guys are curious and you want to hear kind of a fun behind-the-scenes interview with me, Jordan, and Shady. If you look up the Tome episode 12 commentary for the web series, there's kind of a cool thing with that. But we're going to wrap things up here real quick, but finish your thought, Jordan, guys.
Oh, I was just saying I felt bad because I hadn't talked to Shady in quite a while. I've been busy. I'm sure he's been busy, so I would love to catch up with the dude.
Yeah, he's doing like 3 different fucking things at once.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, I actually just caught up with him, I think like within the last week or so. And yeah, he's a good boy. Coolio. All right, everybody. Well, thanks for tuning in. I will be back probably tomorrow in the afternoon. Maybe I'll go for a longer one then. And yeah, so that'll do it. Thanks, everybody, and we'll catch you on the next one. Fare thee well.